Welcome to one and all. Myself, Dr. V. Saranraj, lecturer, Welding and Sheet Metal Technology, SJ Government Polytechnic, Bangalore. So today, I am going to start with a new subject called Metallurgy of Welded Joints. And the name of this particular chapter is Metal Crystal Structure. The course outcome of this unit 1 is understand the fundamentals of crystal structure of metals. So, element classification by electrolysis. The first topic in the chapter is element classification by electrolysis process. Let us see, dear students, what is electrolysis process. I think you have already studied the basics in your SSLC and electrolysis process. I hope I will just refresh it. ಈ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಲೈಸಿಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಸೆಸ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಟ್ಯಾಂಕ್ ಬೇಕು. ವಿ ನೀಡ್ ಅ ಟ್ಯಾಂಕ್. ವಿ ನೀಡ್ 2 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಡ್ಸ್. 2 ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಡ್ ಬೇಕು ನಮಗೆ. ಒನ್ ಈಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಥೋಡ್, that is negative. Another one is anode, that is positive electrode. And we need a battery to supply a small current to it. ಒಂದು ಬ್ಯಾಟ್ರಿ ಬೇಕು ನಮಗೆ ಕರೆಂಟ್ನ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ಸೆಟಪ್ ನೀವು ಆ ಸ್ಕೆಚಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ. ಆ ಟ್ಯಾಂಕಲ್ಲಿ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಪೋರ್ ಅ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರೋಲೈಟ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನೋನ್ ಆಸ್ ಅಕಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಅಂತ. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ an acid. So which you are going to apply for, just like you are a battery. Battery ge ನಾವು distilled water ಅಂತ ಹಾಕ್ತೀವಿ. Just like a distilled water, electrolyte we are going to pass. Electrolyte is one which allows the electricity to pass through it. So any solution, acid solution which allows electricity to pass through it can be considered as an electrolyte for this purpose. So we are going to apply the electrodes on both the sides. One is negative, that is cathode, and the battery is attached to both the electrodes. So in this sketch you can see when a small current is passed through the battery, what happens? When small current is passed through battery, that will pass through the anode and cathode. When you pass current to that, the electrolyte starts its conductivity and the ions are liberated. These ions are positively charged and some of them are negatively charged. They start moving in opposite direction. So cathode alli liberate ಆಗುವಂಥ ಒಂದು ಅಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯನೋಡ್ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. ಆ್ಯನೋಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲಿಬರೇಟ್ಸ್ ಆದಂಥ ಅಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಥೋಡ್ ಹೋಗ್ತದೆ. So this is a small kind of electrolysis. Usually ನಾವು ಇದನ್ನೇನಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದರೆ we are using this for coating purpose. ಸೊ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಈ ಆ್ಯನೋಡ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕಾಪರ್ನ ಕೋಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಕಾಪರ್ನ ಕೋಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಕಾಪರ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಮಗೆ ಬೇಸ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್, ಅದನ್ನು ಆ್ಯನೋಡ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ವರ್ಕ್ ಪೀಸ್ ಈಗ ಮೈಲ್ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಕೋಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಮೈಲ್ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಕ್ಯಾಥೋಡ್ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ಆ್ಯನೋಡಲ್ಲಿರೋ ಕಾಪರ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಕ್ಯಾಥೋಡ್ಗೆ ಬಂದು it starts coating it. So this is the electrolysis process which we generally use. Let us see what is electrolysis process in detail. When a metal is immersed in a acoustic acid solution or electrolyte, dear students, this electrolysis works only for metals. It doesn't work for non-metals because it is a non-conductors. Only metals, conductors, it is going to work. In many cases it is in case of polymers also, plastics. When a metal is immersed in acoustic acid solutions or an electrolyte, the ions are liberated. As I said, ions are liberated. They are attracted to an cathode when a small current is passed through the solution as shown in figure. They are attracted to the cathode. Elements which are not attracted to the cathode, please make a note. Elements which are not attracted to the cathode but they are attracted to the anode are scientifically known as non-metallic elements. Scientifically known as non-metallic elements. So what is metallic elements or metallites there? It's opposite to that. Metallites are those elements or ions that are attracted to the metallic cathode pole. Means what did you understand on this? Non-metallic means the ions are attracted to the anode. Elements are attracted to the anode. That is non-metallic. Elements which are attracted to the cathode are known as metallic or metalloids. So let us see a very important special element called hydrogen. So the last definition I said very clearly. But in the hydrogen case, hydrogen is one of the special elements which we take because it is very light in mass. This is a standard element that we take reference for any kind of measurements or explanation. So hydrogen is collected in negative pole. Hydrogen is collected in negative pole, but it is also called as non-metallic element. ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಆಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಯಾವುದು ಕ್ಯಾಥೋಡ್ ಪೋಲ್ ಕಡೆ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅದನ್ನ ಮೆಟಾಲಿಕ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೆಯೋದು. ಬಟ್ ಈ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಟೆಡ್ ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಲೈಟ್ ಇನ್ ಮಾಸ್. ಸಿ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಥೋಡ್ ಕಡೆ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ non-metallic. ಬಟ್ ಯೂಶಲಿ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿಬೇಕು? ಮೆಟಾಲಿಕ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿಬೇಕಾಯ್ತು. ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಥೋಡ್ ಕಡೆ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆದರೆ ಮೆಟಾಲಿಕ್ ಕರಿಬೇಕು. ಬಟ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಎಲಿಮೆಂಟ್. ಆ ಕ್ಯಾಥೋಡ್ ಕಡೆ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆದರೂ ಕೂಡ ವಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದಟ್ ಆಸ್ non-metallic elements. ವೈ? ಐ ವಿಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್. ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸಮ್ ಮೆಟಲಾಯ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ non-metallic. ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಮ್ ಮೆಟಲಾಯ್ಡ್ಸ್. ಆ ಮೆಟಾಲಿಕ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಇದರಲ್ಲೂ ಕೂಡ ಸಮ್ ಮೆಟಲಾಯ್ಡ್ಸ್ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ ಆರ್ non-metallic elements in nature. So all metallites does not have all the characteristics of metal. This is very important. ಎಲ್ಲ ಮೆಟಲಾಯ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಕೂಡ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಇರಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಲೆಟ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ವಿತ್ ದಟ್. ಆನ್ ಅಯಾನ್, ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಅಯಾನ್ ಲಿಬರೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಯಾನ್ ಜನರೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಿ ಅಯಾನ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ಲಿ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ಡ್ ಆರ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಕ್ಯಾಟಯಾನ್ಸ್. ಈ ಅಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಏನಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು ಅದು ಯಾವ ಕಡೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು ಕ್ಯಾಥೋಡ್ ಕಡೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಕಡೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಆಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಸೊ ದಿ ಅಯಾನ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಆರ್ positively charged is called cations. Anions which are negatively charged is called anions. So ions negative charge ಆಗಿರೋದು ಆನೋಡ್ಗೆ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನ anions ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ಲಿ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಅಯಾನ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ? ಕ್ಯಾಥೋಡ್ ಕಡೆ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ cations. I hope you know what is cations and anions. Cations are positively charged. They are attracted to the cathode. Anodes are, anions are negatively charged. They are attracted to the anode. Anode is plus, cathode is minus. Opposites ions attract ಆಗೋದನ್ನ anions ಮತ್ತೆ cations ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. A metallites which have some conductivity but it has little or no ability to deform. ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದೆ all the metal doesn't have characters of metals ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದೀವಿ. And it has some conductivity. Once again metal ಅಂದ್ರೆ it's a conductivity property ಗೆ ನಾವು metal ತುಂಬಾ important purpose ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡೋದು. One of the unique property of metal is conductivity, electrical conductivity. So all metallites doesn't have conductivity, but it has little or no ability to deform. What is deformation? Deformation means when the metal is subjected to any kind of a force or load, it should take the shape. It should take the required shape. Bend ಮಾಡೋದಾಗಲಿ, ನಾವು ಟಾರ್ಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಆಗಲಿ, ಟ್ವಿಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದಾಗಲಿ, ಈ ಶೇಪ್ಗಳು ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಟ್ ಡಸಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಎಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಟು ಡಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಬಟ್ ಮೆಟಲ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಡಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ಸ್. The strength of metal itself is a deformation characteristics. So many metallites such as carbon, boron, silicon can be combined readily with metals. As I said, these metallites, some of the metallites can be reacted and readily combined with the various metals. For example, iron carbon anta ಕರೀತೀವಿ. Iron na carbon na mix ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. So this mixing is possible in this case. ಸೊ ಬೋರಾನ್ನ ಸಿಲಿಕಾನ್ನ ವೇರಿಯಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಸಿಲಿಕಾನ್ ಕಾರ್ಬೈಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಬೋರಾನ್ ಕಾರ್ಬೈಡ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಆಲ್ ದಿಸ್. ಸೊ ಜನರಲಿ ದಿಸ್ ಆರ್ ಅವೈಲಬಲ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ದಿ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಪೌಡರ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್. ಯೂಶಲಿ ಯಾವ್ದಾದ್ರು ನೀವು ಮೆಟಲ್ನ ಹೇಗೆ ತಯಾರಿಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ನೀವೇನಾದರೂ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಓದಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಏನೋ ಪಿಗ್ ಐರನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀರಾ, ನೀವು ಬ್ರಾಟ್ ಐರನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀರಾ, ಯು ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಬ್ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಫರ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಂತ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಯು ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ಕುಪೋಲೋ ಫರ್ನೆಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಸ್ಟ್ ಐರನ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರ, ರಿವರ್ಬರೇಟರಿ ಫರ್ನೆಸ್ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಯೂಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ವಾಟ್ ಐರನ್ ಅಂತ, ಬೆಸಿಮರ್ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್. ಸೊ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಮಿಕ್ಸ್ ದಿ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ ಪೋರ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಗೆಟ್ ದಿ ಯುನಿಕ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟಿ ಆಫ್ ಅ ಮೆಟಲ್. So let us come to the next topic, the structure of atom. The structure of atoms of all the substances, whether in the form of solid, liquid or gaseous, are composed of atom. ನಿಮಗೆ 3 states of matter ಅಂತಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. What is known as solid, liquid and gases. You measure any metal if you take, it consists of atom. Solids ಅಲ್ಲಿ atom ಇರುತ್ತೆ, liquids ಅಲ್ಲಿ gases ಅಲ್ಲಿ molecules ಇರುತ್ತೆ. You studied it, you know the basics of it. Solids ಅಲ್ಲಿ metals ಅಲ್ಲಿ solids ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ liquids ಇರುತ್ತೆ, gases ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So to this, what is atom ಅಂತ ನೋಡೋಣ. An atom is essentially an electrical structure having a diameter of less than 10 to the power of minus 10 meter, an order of 10 to the power of minus 10 meter. ಅಂದರೆ 10 to the power of minus 9 ಅಂದರೆ ನ್ಯಾನೋಮೀಟ್ರಿಗಿನ್ನ ಕೂಡ ಅದು ಕಮ್ಮಿ, ನನಗೆ ಕಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇರೋವಂಥ ಒಂದು ವಸ್ತು. ನಾನು ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು, ಯಾವುದು ನ್ಯಾನೋ ಸೈಜು, ಮೈಕ್ರೋ ಸೈಜ್, ನ್ಯಾನೋ ಸೈಜಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ನೀವು ಪೌಡರ್ ನೀವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಈ ಮನೇಲಿ ಮಕ್ಕಕ್ಕೆ ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಪೌಡ್ರ್ ನೋಡಿರ್ತೀರ. ಈ ಪೌಡ್ರು ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ ಏನಾದರೂ ಬಿದ್ದರೆ, ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಯು ಪಿಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಪ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ವಿಸಿಬಲ್ ಟು ಸಚ್ ಎ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟಿ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಓಕೆ. ಇಫ್ ಒನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಕಲ್ಸ್ ಏನೋ ಬಿದ್ದರೆ ತೆಗಿಯೋಕ್ಕಾಗತ್ತಾ, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ವಿಸಿಬಲ್. ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪಾಸಿಬಲ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ವೆನ್ ಯು ಯೂಸ್ ಎ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಸ್ಕೋಪ್ಸ್, ಟ್ರಾವೆಲಿಂಗ್ ಮೈಕ್ರೋಸ್ಕೋಪ್ಸ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಈಸಿಲಿ ಪಿಕ್ ಇಟ್ ಅಪ್. ಸೊ ದಿ ಆಟಮ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಸೈಜ್ ನೋಡಿ, ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಟಮ್ ಸೈಜ್? Atom is an electrical structure. Why electrical structure? Means when you heat the atom, it will liberate the different kinds of, what you can say, different particles are produced in this. What are those particles? Atom consists of following 3 fundamental smaller particles. What is that? Electrons, protons and neutrons. In this sketch you can see very clearly, the first sketch on the left side, the green color indicates a negative sign, having a negative sign which is known as electrons. What is this electrons? Electrons are negatively charged. Coming to next particle that is in blue color, that is positive, that is known as protons. Protons are positively charged. Coming to the red one, known as neutron. Neutrons have no charge, are neutrally charged. And all these 3 things. There is something, there is a 4th one which you know it already, known as nucleus. An atom consists of nucleus, which will be at the center, which consists of both protons and neutrons. So the next sketch you can see, all the blue one, the outermost orbit, I will call it as outermost orbit and innermost orbit. ಈ outermost orbit ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಬ್ಲೂ ಕಲರ್ ಎರಡು ಆರ್ಬಿಟ್ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್. ಇವೆರಡು ಬ್ಲೂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಈ ಕೇಸಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ನೆಗೆಟಿವ್ ಆಗಿರೋದು ಈ ಸ್ಕೆಚ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. ಆಲ್ ದಿಸ್ ಯೆಲ್ಲೋ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋನ್ ಆಸ್ ಪ್ರೋಟಾನ್ಸ್, ದೋಸ್ ಆರ್ ಪಾಸಿಟಿವ್ಲಿ ಚಾರ್ಜ್. ಈ ರೆಡ್ ಕಲರ್ ಇರೋದು ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಲಿ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆರ್ ನೋ ಚಾರ್ಜ್. ಐ ಹೋಪ್ ಯು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಟಮ್. Atom means it is an electrical structure having a diameter of order 10 to the power of minus 10 meter. So it consists of 3 things: electrons, protons and neutrons. Let us see the another sketch here. As I said, in this sketch you can understand there is an atom. So there is an atom in this. The atom consists of electrons, protons, neutrons. The center post, these combined protons plus neutron is known as nucleus. The center part of an atom is known as nucleus. So what is electrons? When I say electrons, 2 important things that you are going to mention in this, that shows you know this topic. What is that? Electrons have very small negative electric charge. As I said, electric charge, negative electric charge. They are negatively electric charge, you can say. When compared to hydrogen atom, why I said hydrogen, it is a special element. Even though it has certain metallic, but we will call it as non-metallic. So electrons have relate extremely small mass compared to with an hydrogen atom, which is the lightest of all the known atoms. Why I have taken hydrogen? Because it is the lightest of all the atoms. Compared to hydrogen, the electrons are very small mass. So I think electrons you know very well. One thing in electron is it is negatively charged. Second one is the mass is less, small. Electron mass is small compared to that of hydrogen atom, which is the lightest of all the known atoms. So coming to the protons. In a proton, it is positively charged. Electrons negatively charged, protons positively charged. Coming to the mass. In electrons, it is a small mass compared to hydrogen, but in a proton, it is equal. The mass of the proton is equal to that of one hydrogen atom. The hydrogen atom mass and the proton atom mass is equal, balanced. So it is same. So that is what is proton. Coming to the neutron, very simple as the name indicates, it has no charge on neutral. Means neither it is positive nor it is negative. It doesn't have charge at all. It has no charge on neutral. Coming to the mass, it is equal again. The mass of the neutron is same as that of proton. What is same of that of proton? Means the mass is equal to what? Hydrogen atom. The mass of the neutron is equal to that of a proton, which is equal to that of a hydrogen. The mass is equal. ಈಗ ಪ್ರೋಟಾನ್ ಮತ್ತು ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಾನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎರಡು ಮಾಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ವಾಟ್ ಹೈಡ್ರೋಜನ್ ಆಟಮ್. ಸೊ ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಯು came to know what is the topic on what do you mean by atom, what are the different particles that is there in atom. And there is what is neutron then? Neutron is, if you take mathematically, neutron is equal to electron plus proton. Electron is negative plus proton is positive, minus plus, so you are going to get a what is known as neutron. So the atom is compressed of central part known as, called as nucleus. As I said, the nucleus is the central portion of an atom. So I hope you understood what is atom. So there is an atom. Atom consists of electrons, protons, neutrons. The central portion of proton and neutron is known as nucleus. Why I am explaining atom in this? Let us see what is, why I am explaining this, because the next topic is known as crystal structure. Crystal structure means what? If you see in this sketch, there is a number of atoms. At the background you can see there is a round shape. Round agidiyalla onondu atom. Number of atoms na combined ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ, number of atoms na combined ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಏನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ನಮ್ಮನೆ crystal structure ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. Number of atoms are combined together in a well-defined boundary. Well-defined boundary, regular agirbeku. It cannot be irregular. What is regular? Now, if you take a good example as a, you can say rectangle. Rectangle is a regular rectangle. There is a standard formula you can calculate and you can say how many atoms are there. What is the area of that? Coming to the next part, it's a square. Square go formula is direct apply ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ. It has a defined boundary. Equal arrangement is clear, the arrangement is perfect. And if you see any kind of rhombus ನಾನು ತಗೋಬಹುದು, polyhedron ಅಂತ ತಗೋಬಹುದು, so different types of shapes. Let us see the definition of crystal. The term crystal may be defined as a small body having a regular polyhedral form bounded by smooth surfaces which are acquired under the action of intermolecular forces. What did you understand on this? Crystal structure, okay? We need number of atoms. These number of atoms are arranged in a regular polyhedral form. What is polyhedral? When do you say it is a poly? When we have more than one idre ನಾವು poly ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. So you say four sides. If you see rectangle and square, it is a 4 sides, rhombus and all these 4 sides. Okay, so 5 sides is pentagon, hexagon, 6 sides, octagon 8 sides. So it's a regular polyhedral. Minimum for a crystal structure it should be minimum 2. Okay, so it is a small body is atoms having a regular polyhedral form bounded by smooth surfaces. The surfaces should be smooth which acquire under the action of intermolecular forces. Andre atom gulu hold ಆಗಿರೋದು ಹೇಗೆ ಅಂದರೆ by its own intermolecular forces, no external forces required. Atoms intermolecular forces ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So all solid metals are crystalline in nature. Next topic, very important. Crystalline ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಶೇಪ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಶೇಪ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ನಾನ್ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲೈನ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿಸ್? ಆಲ್ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲೈನ್ ಇನ್ ನೇಚರ್. ಯಾಕೆ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಅಂತ ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ? ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ನಿಮಗೆ ಬರೋ ಟಾಪಿಕ್ ಬಂದು ಸಾಲಿಡಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತ್ರ. ಲಿಕ್ವಿಡ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ಗ್ಯಾಸಸ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೀನಿ, ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು. ಸೊ ಈ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಬರೋದು ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ನಮಗೆ ಮೆಟಲ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ಸಾಲಿಡ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲೈನ್ ಇನ್ ನೇಚರ್. ಯು ಸಿ ದೇರ್ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್. ಸೊ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ ಹೆಲ್ಡ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಬೈ its own intermolecular forces. Next, a crystalline material may be either in the form of a single crystal or an arrangement of many crystals. Okay, crystalline material can be either in the form of single crystal. ಒಂದೇ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲೂ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಒಂದೇ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ಬೋದು, ಆರ್ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಮೆನಿ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ಸ್. ಇದರ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ಸ್ನ ನಾವು ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಪಾಲಿಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಪಾಲಿಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಮೋರ್ ದ್ಯಾನ್ ಒನ್. ಸೊ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಎ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್? ನೋಡಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಕ್ಲೀನಾಗಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ ಈಗ. ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ದಿ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಈಸ್ perfectly periodic and repeated throughout the whole special without interruption. ಏನರ್ಥ ಅಂದರೆ ದಿ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಪೀರಿಯಾಡಿಕ್, ರಿಪಿಟೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಏನಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ, ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಆಗಿ ಈ ಕಡೆ 5 ಇದ್ರೆ ಹಿಂದೆನೂ 5 ಇರಬೇಕು. ಈ ರೀತಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಆಗಿ ಯೂನಿಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಗಿ ಏನಾದರೂ ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದ್ರೆ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಪೀರಿಯಾಡಿಕ್ and repeated throughout the whole special without interruption ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, known as single crystal material. In a polycrystalline material ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. In a polycrystalline material it is always separated by a well defined boundaries. ಟ್ವಿನ್ ಬೌಂಡ್ರೀಸ್ ಅಂತಲೂ ಕರಿಬೋದು ನಾವು. ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಮೆಟಲ್ನ ಬೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಟ್ವಿನ್ ಬೌಂಡ್ರೀಸ್, ಪಾಲಿಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್. ಒಂದು ಸೈಡ್ ಒಂದು ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸೈಡ್ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್. ಸೊ ಇನ್ ಎ ಪಾಲಿಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲೈನ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ it is always separated by a well defined boundaries. Number of crystals are combined together by a intermolecular forces. Such arrangement of crystal is known as unit cell ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ಸ್ನ ನಾವು ಕಂಬೈನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ ಏನು ಸಿಗುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಸಚ್ ಅರೇಂಜ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋನ್ ಆಸ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಸೆಲ್. ಈಗ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ, ವೆರಿ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ, ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್, ಪ್ರೋಟಾನ್ಸ್, ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ಮತ್ತು ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್. ಆಟಮ್ಸ್, ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀವಿ. ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಕಂಬೈನ್ಡ್ ಬಾಂಡೆಡ್ ಟುಗೆದರ್ ಬೈ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಇಂಟರ್ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಫೋರ್ಸಸ್ ಇಸ್ ನೋನ್ ಆಸ್ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್. ಒಂದು ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್. ಈ ಥರ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ನ ಕಂಬೈನ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ದಿಸ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಇಸ್ ಎ ಮೆಟಲ್. ಈ ಮೆಟಲಲ್ಲಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಲಲ್ಲಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್, ಒಂದೊಂದು ಕ್ರಿಸ್ಟಲ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರಕ್ಚರಲ್ಲೂ ಯು ಸೇ 100 ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಆರ್ 200 ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಒಂದೊಂದು ಆಟಮಲ್ಲೂ ದೇರ್ ಆರ್ ಪ್ರೋಟಾನ್ಸ್, ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್, ನ್ಯೂಟ್ರಾನ್ಸ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಸರೌಂಡೆಡ್ ಬೈ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ crystal structure. Today we discussed about what is electrolysis process. As you know that when a small current is passed to any electrodes, ions are liberated in electrolyte solution. So positively charged ions, negatively charged ions. You saw cations, anions. Next we saw what is atoms. What does the atom consist of? Atom is a very small particle. Size is 10 to the power of minus 10 meter. Atom consists of three things: electrons, protons, and neutrons. After that, we saw what is crystal structure. So, crystal structure consists of number of crystals. So, they are combined together to form a unit cell. Crystal structure may be either a single crystal structure or polycrystal structures, more than. So, let us see the MCQ questions in this topic of this session. So, multiple choice question, let us see. So, first question: which solution is used for electrolysis process? Dear students, solution, I am speaking about a solution used in electrolysis process. A. Nitrogen, B. Oxygen, C. Electrolyte, D is a argon. So, which I am speaking about a solution. So, first, which solution is used? In the given question, C is the right answer. That is an electrolyte. Electrolyte is a right answer. Which solution which is used in electrolysis process? Elements which are not attracted to the anode. Second question. Elements which are not attracted to the anode are known as. So here they are given four choice. One is metallic, second one is non-metallic, insulator, none of this. What is the difference? Elements which are attracted to the anode are known as non-metallic. Elements which are not attracted to the anode are known as metallic. So in the given question, which is elements which are attracted to anode, they asked. So it is non-metallic is the right answer. Then option B. In the first, option C. Second answer is option B. Let us see third question. Elements which are attracted to the cathode are known as. Elements which are attracted to the cathode are known as. In the last question I have explained it. It is metallic. Neither it is an insulator nor non-metallic or none of this. Okay. So what does it mean? So elements which are attracted to cathode are known as metallic. So answer is option A. Let us see the fourth question. Hydrogen is known as. Hydrogen is one of the special element which I said. Whether it is a metallic, solid, insulator or non-metallic. Even though it is attracted to the cathode, but we will consider that as non-metallic element. It is a non-metallic in nature. Coming to the fifth question. So what is the answer for fourth one? Option B. Let us see the fifth question. The size of atom. So you know what is atom now? It is a relatively small electrical structure. The size is option A 10 into 10 to the power of minus 10 meter, 10 to the power of minus 2 meter, 10 to the power of plus 10 meter, 10 to the power of minus 6 meter. So the size of the atom is 10 to the power of minus 10 meter. The first choice A is the right answer. Electrons have dash charge. In the atom there are a number of particles in that. First one is electrons. Electrons have option A positive, option B negative, option C no, option D none of this. What would be the answer in this, dear students? It is negatively charged. It is negatively charged. Protons have dash charge. Option A positive, B negative, C no, none of this. They doesn't have no charge. Or D is none of this. What is the answer? Protons are positively charged. Option A is the right answer. Positively charged. Neutrons have dash charge. What is that? It is a positive charge, a negative charge, no charge, or none of this. Neutrons have no charge or neutrally charged. So option C is the right answer, no charge. Take question number 9. The central part of atom is first one A electrons, B protons, C neutrons, D nucleus. The central part consists of both protons and nucleus. So answering protons and neutrons, the answer is D, that is nucleus. Come to the last question of MCQ of this particular topic. In crystal structure, atoms are bonded together by dash forces. First one, intermolecular forces. Second one, gravitational forces. Third one, thermal forces. And fourth one is magnetic forces. As I said in the definition, it is attracted by its intermolecular forces. So answer for this session, for this topic is intermolecular forces. Thanks, students. Let us meet with a new topic in the next session. If you have any doubts, okay, let us know in the next session. Kindly go through it. I would like to thank one and all for your patience listening. Thank you so much.